Hey, you guys. So, back again with another message, and God had dropped this in my spirit. Well, it was a dream. And God dropped this dream in my spirit after I had ran into an old classmate. Y'all, sometimes I hate running into old classmates, but I know what God is doing. God is saying, I'm preparing the table before you in the presence of your enemies. And so, I ran into an old classmate, and this is the classmate that used to tease me a lot while I was in school. Like, when I see them, I keep it cordial and I speak, but I know this person didn't care for me because this person was always bullying me, always teasing me. Um, and I don't understand why sometimes when we grow up and we go through school, why people just have this persona of you, or they have this version of you where they think that you're going to be broke, busted, and disgusted. They think you're not going to make it far in life. And so I ran into this person. Every time I run into this person will sit up there and act like, well, when I ran into this person just was like asking me questions about like what I'm doing and stuff like that. Now I don't ask I really don't care to ask my classmates from high school or whatever what they got going on because that ain't none of my business. But like I tell them the same thing. Like I work for myself. Like I work for myself. Um, they was like, that is right. Like, yeah, that's not gonna change. That has not changed. That has not changed. Um, but it's like after that, like by me, because I really didn't even want to speak, but I spoke anyway, just to say, hey, how you doing? Keep it going, because I know what type of spirit they operate in, and so because that spirit is like, thank you, Holy Spirit, a monitoring spirit that tries to pick up information. And then even after that night, God had shown me in the spirit what they did. They went and contacted another friend that I used to be really, really close in high school, and then that person was talking about me, and they're still trying to hold on to the old me. And the old me wasn't a bad person. The old me is a person that they were really intimidated by. Yeah, even when I was young, I went through a lot of stuff. And I still was over an overcomer while I was young. I endured a lot of stuff while I was young. Even though I had a lot of stuff, like I said, going on while I was young, my mom, my dad, they made sure I stayed active. They made sure I stayed in other things I can, just to keep me, not getting in trouble or keep me out of trouble, but just to also stimulate my mind. So I was the type of child where they had me in piano lessons. I was in band, so I played an instrument in band. Like they kept me in different things to help stimulate my mind because they know I was very smart and very intelligent. And even after my mother, she had got diagnosed with cancer when I was 15 and I was in high school, I, st- I still didn't miss a beat. I still graduated with honors. I still had A's and B's. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was a good student. And a lot of people wanted me to be a product of my environment. But God had bigger and better plans for me. And in that dream, I saw where a person I used to talk to or was close friends with, like a sister, that carried a jealous and envious spirit the whole entire time, that were very, very jealous of me, was trying to bring up my past, the old things that I did. And I pretty much confronted the person in the dream and let them know, like, hey, that's the old me. The old me don't have to explain to you. The new me don't have to explain the old me to you. But the old me was not a bad person. The old me just was a person that was trying to navigate through life, who had been through some things. And the the way the old me was, they wanted that old me to suffer. They wanted that old me to perish. Because despite all the things that happened to me growing up as a child and even my young adulthood, I graduated college. I went off, I got my master's. I think I was the first of the group of girls that all used to hang out. I got my master's and now I have my doctor's. But these same so-called friends that I used to hang around with used to always put bad mouth on me. Used to always say I'm gonna be the one who get pregnant first. I'm gonna be the one who do all this other things. None of that. They were trying to make me seem like I was very fast and I was out there. None of that. So That's why it's very important, y'all, about the company that you keep. But a lot of people that are jealous of you, they still are bringing up the old you, how you was back in the day, the old you. And so be mindful. And that's why a lot of y'all probably don't talk or converse with people that you used to go to school with, because a lot of these people, they had a problem with you. Y'all, God just dropped something, reminded me of something yesterday. And then he just dropped it back in my spirit today. It was a person that was in my class that I really didn't talk to like that every now and again. However, this person, very, very smart, top of the class. But even though if you're top of the very, very smart, top of the class, you still would have problems with other people. Because if you haven't did the inner work, and if you are struggling with something personally within yourself. And so God had revealed to me that this person was mad because I got my doctor's degree. I don't know how this person found out. Like I said, I'm not friends with them on social media. I don't know how they found out. But I do know people, they will screenshot your stuff and send it to different people. And this person was mad because they really was banking on me to not prosper in life. And I'm just sitting here like, I didn't do nothing to you. Why would you sit up here and think that I don't want me to prosper? You know what I'm saying? So, and it was very shocking because this person's supposed to be very successful, had done went off, got married, had a family. But y'all, just because people have achieved stuff, that does not mean that they're happy within themselves. Some of these people are really struggling with inner issues that needed to get delivered from. And God had revealed that to me. And God was letting me know, that's why this person like nitpicked with me a lot in school, because they really wanted me to be a statistic when God has something greater and better for me. And so with that being said, just know that some people are still holding on to the old you. And that's why, and they're still bringing up the old you, because they were expecting you to amount to nothing. They were expecting you to be nothing. They thought that they thought that they were, thank you, Holy Spirit, better than you, and they should have more than you. And that's not the will. That was not the will of the Father for your life. So just keep that in mind. And this is probably why God just dropped this in my spirit. But this is probably why God is telling y'all, don't even go to no high school reunions, college reunions, or things of that nature. Because a lot of these people was wishing bad upon you. And that's why God told you to be separated and don't go around. Because I done made up in my mind, I'm not going to another high school reunion, because I don't even talk to nobody from my class anymore. People that I talked to from that school still is someone that graduated after me. And we then, like, when I was a senior, there was a junior. And then we kind of connected when we went to college. But other than that, I don't really talk to people from my high school. Because like I went through a lot, and a lot of people was just banking on me to be broke, busted, and disgusting. They wasn't banking on me to defeat all odds. They was really expecting for my life to be broke, busted, and disgusted. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And God reminded me too. He was like, some people take pleasure in seeing his children's downfall and seeing his children's demise. Like they take pleasure seeing you suffering. But God also reminded me too that he take pleasure in prospering his children. All right. So I love you all. Stay encouraged. Just know that they're still trying to bring up the old you. But the old you is no longer. Okay. The old you no longer exists. The old you is just a testimony. Okay. So I love you. I pray that you all have an amazing day. And I will chat with you all later.